A sun-scorched ocean of grass, a chessboard of life and death with nowhere to hide. The Serengeti. The cheetah's speed is subdued by the baboon troop. The lion's strength bows to the warthog's tenacity. Hunter and prey, who will fall first? Leave your thoughts below, and let's move on to Untamed Serengeti, Battles for Survival. The dry season on the Serengeti plains. Most animals have sought refuge from the searing 32 degrees Celsius heat. But the cheetah enjoys no such privilege. Hunger does not permit it to rest. The predator has found the ideal ambush site. The shimmering haze cannot obscure the vision of a creature capable of spotting prey from 5 kilometers away. Its target is a mere 50 meters away, a solitary warthog. Thick paw pads and a digitigrade stance, walking on its toes, allow the cheetah to approach silently. The tall grass helps conceal its slender frame, a silent ghost amidst the blinding sunlight. The gap closes to 30 meters. The cheetah has entered its kill zone. In this range, its legendary acceleration achieves the highest success rate, and energy expenditure will be minimal. In just 3 seconds, the cheetah has reached a speed of 96 kilometers per hour. Its stride extends to 7 meters, thanks to a flexible spine that coils and uncoils like a spring, allowing the hind legs to reach far forward. Semi-retractable claws dig deep into the ground like spikes, providing absolute traction. But the warthog is no easy target. Its speed is only half that of the cheetah, around 50 kilometers per hour. However, a low center of gravity allows it to corner continuously, running in a frustrating zigzag pattern. The cheetah is forced to swing its 80-centimeter long tail to maintain balance and stay glued to its prey. The warthog's salvation has appeared, an abandoned aardvark burrow. Most predators would surrender the moment the warthog retreats into its burrow. But perhaps hunger has eclipsed the cheetah's instincts. It has won a high-stakes gamble. The greatest risk stems from the warthog's 25 to 50 centimeter long tusks. When retreating into a burrow, it rarely enters head first. Instead, they back their hindquarters in. The armored head and sharp tusks face outward, acting as a solid line of defense. At this moment, the burrow becomes an impregnable fortress. Any cheetah or lion foolish enough to stick a paw or snout into that darkness faces a penetrating gore. Many inexperienced predators have suffered torn noses or permanent blindness when attempting to breach this door of death. The warthog's upper tusks curve upwards, acting as whetstones for the lower set. Every time the mouth closes, the tusks grind against each other, creating a continuous self-sharpening mechanism. The result is a set of daggers so sharp they can slice through flesh with a mere shake of the head. And in the worst-case scenario, when there is no burrow for shelter, the warthog chooses the most violent solution: counterattack. A mature male warthog can weigh up to 100 kilograms, and when charging at nearly 50 kilometers per hour, that body generates terrifying kinetic energy. It is like a cannonball ramming straight into the enemy. For a slender cheetah, a bone-shattering impact is synonymous with a death sentence. But the warthog always prefers to avoid conflict with predators. They move silently through elephant grass that stands taller than their heads. The leader paves the way with its slender tail held upright at a 90-degree angle. The tuft of hair at the tip acts as a visual beacon for the others to follow. In this dense sea of grass, this signal helps the family maintain formation and prevents any member from getting separated. This discipline is a matter of survival. Because in the Serengeti, danger comes not only from the lightning-fast sprints of the cheetah. Between the warthog and the cheetah, whose survival skills impress you more? Let us know your choice in the comment section below. Spanning over 30,000 square kilometers, this ecosystem shoulders the largest animal biomass on the planet. 4,000 lions and approximately 1,000 leopards continuously patrol to maintain order every single day. Within that intricate food web, warthogs are biological plows. Their habit of digging for roots helps aerate the arid soil, promoting grass regeneration. Conversely, the cheetah keeps prey populations in check, culling weak and diseased genes from the herd. They are two silent warriors, each contributing to the ecosystem in their own unique way. For the warthog, Seronera is paradise, the central heart of the Serengeti. Here, vegetation remains eternally green, nourished by underground rivers flowing year-round. But this paradise comes at a steep price. Seronera is also the capital of apex predators. It is the domain of the most powerful lion prides in Africa. The lion's hunt for a warthog is a test of endurance. In theory, the lion is faster than the warthog. The king of the savannah can execute bursts of speed reaching 80 kilometers per hour, but their hearts are too small relative to their body size, and their dense muscle mass generates immense heat. As a result, they can only sprint for about 200 meters. The warthog is not naturally a long-distance athlete of the Serengeti. However, its compact body and efficient respiratory system allow it to maintain high speeds over longer distances than the lion. The endurance of the weak has defeated the explosive power of the strong. Escaping the life or death chases, now is the time for the warthog to enjoy relaxation at the highest level. Near termite mounds or dense thickets, we encounter a scene that looks like it stepped right out of a Hollywood movie, a warthog lying flat, allowing a troop of banded mongooses to climb all over its body. This image immediately brings to mind the duo Timon and Pumbaa from the classic film The Lion King. However, in the Serengeti, this is a serious and fair biological transaction. Because they live their lives in mud and burrows, the warthog becomes a magnet for parasites. Ticks, fleas, and lice are invisible enemies, sucking blood and transmitting deadly diseases. Without assistance, their health would rapidly deteriorate. And this is where the mongoose troop steps in. To them, the warthog's body is a mobile restaurant, serving a free, protein-rich buffet. They scour every fold of skin, the ears, and even the eyes of the warthog to pick it clean of ticks. This symbiotic relationship is so perfect that the warthog will fall into a complete trance-like state of immobility to let these tiny cleaners do their work. But as the moments of relaxation fade, the brutal reality of survival instantly returns. In the bush not far away, the Serengeti's most silent predator lies in wait: the leopard. The warthog cannot see the danger lurking mere meters away. The rosette patterns on the leopard's coat break up its outline, helping it dissolve into the dance of light and shadow. Eyes 7 times sharper than a human's are locked tight onto the victim's jugular vein. And when the gap closes to less than 5 meters, violence erupts. Unlike the lithe cheetah, the leopard's body is a mass of fast-twitch muscle. They prioritize lightning-fast strikes to finish prey, rather than engaging in long-distance chases. The hunt has ended, but the leopard's meal cannot yet begin. Like the cheetah, the leopard does not fear the warthog's earthen burrows. To them, these represent meals that require no energy to chase down. The leopard's collarbones are partially reduced, floating clavicles, allowing them to compress their shoulders and slither into the tightest spaces. The leopard's victory is short-lived. Even after seeking out the most secluded, hidden spot to enjoy its meal, it is not safe. This is the moment nature's harshest law is enforced. The strong take what they want. The leopard is lucky to have escaped the claws of the king of the savannah. There is certainly regret over the unfinished meal, but the leopard is unwilling to risk its life. It knows this is a fight it cannot win. A mature male leopard weighs only about 60 to 80 kilograms. Meanwhile, this male lion is a biological tank weighing over 200 kilograms, nearly 3 times the weight of its opponent. The lion's bite force of 650 pounds per square inch can crush a rival's skull. The leopard is an agile and dexterous assassin, but in the game of brute strength, the lion dominates completely. Science calls this phenomenon kleptoparasitism. About 20% of the leopard's kills will fall into the hands of lions or hyenas. For the lion, stealing from smaller predators is a highly efficient energy-saving strategy. If you were a predator in the Serengeti, would you choose to be a lion, a leopard, or a cheetah? Let us know in the comments below. But the cheetah is not overly concerned with that. On the southern plains of the Serengeti, lions only appear during the early months of the year following the migration. The flat terrain, devoid of trees for cover, is not ideal for the hunting style of the savanna kings. This is the largest natural death race track on Earth. On this open stage, the cheetah is the brightest star. It is here that female cheetahs hunt Thompson's gazelle daily. The pressure of hunger and of naive cubs waiting for food forces the predator into a state of hyper-focus. Every failure could mark the end for this solitary hunter. Statistics in the Serengeti are grim. Only 5% of cheetah cubs survive to adulthood. Every sprint is a life-or-death gamble it cannot afford to lose. The cheetah must approach openly yet cautiously. But the coverless terrain makes the predator easy to spot. The hunt explodes the moment the gazelle detects danger and bolts. A formidable quarry. Today is a lucky day. The predator and her cubs will no longer be tormented by hunger. But the cheetah cannot return to her cubs just yet. Her body temperature continues to rise even 20 minutes after the hunt has concluded. She is forced to rest. The cheetah is at its most vulnerable moment, and the baboons know this well. They brazenly approach the cheetah. Their intent is clearly visible in their canines longer than 5 centimeters. Hand over the kill. Under the command of aggressive alpha males, the troop lays siege with methodical precision. The pounding on the ground, the savage screams, and the glares of ravenous hunger form a brutal psychological assault designed to break the cheetah's will. The cheetah is utterly helpless against the ferocity of the baboon troop. The tragedy of evolutionary trade-offs becomes clearer than ever following that incredibly tense siege. To become the fastest creature on the planet, the cheetah had to sign a harsh contract with nature, sacrifice strength in exchange for speed. Its skeletal frame is slender and light as glass to optimize aerodynamics. Its claws are blunt like track spikes to grip the ground. It possesses no weapons for close quarters combat, and its body is fragile, more vulnerable than ever. The cheetah is entirely alone and forced to calculate for the future. A single leg injury could mark the end. It is nothing less than a death sentence for a hunter reliant on speed. Most importantly, the cheetah remembers her cubs hidden nearby. If the baboons discover them, they will show no mercy. It is a calculated move to eliminate future competitive predators. Confronting baboons has never been a wise choice. Solitude is a fatal weakness for the female cheetah. But that is not a concern for the males. They form coalitions to hunt together and defend their kills. A cheetah coalition consists of 2 to 3 males, usually brothers from the same litter. Unity allows them to target larger and more dangerous prey. This blue wildebeest is a prime example. This is a high-risk physical gamble. An adult wildebeest weighs up to 250 kilograms, 5 times the weight of a single cheetah. It is a leather-armored tank with curved horns and razor-sharp hooves, capable of crushing the skull of any attacker. For a solitary cheetah, attacking a wildebeest is an act of suicide. But for a coalition, It is a tactic of surround and dismantle. The hunt concludes with a resounding victory for the cheetah coalition. They leisurely share the meal. Unity eliminates the need to gorge hastily or hide the carcass. In the Serengeti, we are accustomed to the image of the cheetah as a solitary speedster. However, when these warriors unite, even biological tanks like the wildebeest must submit. Is there an undiscovered land mammal faster than the cheetah that we have yet to find? What are your thoughts on this hypothesis? The Serengeti is not merely the kingdom of the lion or the racetrack of the cheetah. It is a brutal and crowded hierarchy where every ecological niche is claimed by a specialized lineage of assassins. The apex predators, the architects of population control, keeping the gears of the ecosystem turning smoothly for millions of years. Forget the image of the cowardly scavengers portrayed in animated films. In the Serengeti, the spotted hyena is a true hunting machine defined by its terrifying jaws. Nature has equipped the spotted hyena with a massive, dome-shaped skull to anchor dense blocks of jaw muscle. Thanks to this, their bite force can reach 1,100 pounds per square inch, stronger than both lions and leopards. The spotted hyena uses conical premolars to destroy physical structures. They are the only mammal in Africa capable of crushing the long bones of buffalo or giraffe. Their digestive system contains high concentrations of hydrochloric acid, allowing them to break down bone, teeth, and horn. Their meals often end with absolutely nothing left behind. A common misconception is that hyenas are mere thieves, but long-term studies in the Serengeti have proven the opposite. Spotted hyenas hunt 70 to 95% of the food they consume. Unlike felines that rely on short bursts of explosive energy, the spotted hyena possesses a massive heart, constituting nearly 1% of its body weight. This allows them to maintain a speed of 60 kilometers per hour for distances of 5 to 10 kilometers. Their hunt becomes a grueling game of cat and mouse until the prey collapses from exhaustion. But what truly makes the spotted hyena dominate the Serengeti is its incredibly complex social structure, an absolute matriarchy. In this kingdom, the female is king. Due to a surge of androgen hormones while still in the womb, female spotted hyenas are larger, more aggressive, and completely dominate the males. Even the lowest-ranking female holds higher authority than the highest-ranking male. Their society operates on complex political alliances, demanding social intelligence on par with primates. Neuroscientists have discovered that the hyena's frontal cortex, the area responsible for reasoning and problem-solving, is highly developed. They know how to coordinate attacks, recognize individuals by their calls, and hold grudges across generations. And when darkness falls, a manic laughter rings out. This is not a laugh of joy. That signature sound is an information coding system. The pitch and frequency of the laugh reveal the individual's age, social status, and psychological state. Usually, that giggling is a sign of extreme stress or the manic excitement of fighting over food. These peak emotions often stem from the eternal war with lions. This is the deepest feud on the savannah, driven not just by food, but by the overlapping of ecological niches. Lions kill hyenas simply to eliminate the competition. Conversely, the spotted hyena is the only species that dares to mob the king of the grasslands. If they possess a numerical advantage of 4-1, a clan of hyenas is ready to rush in to steal a kill, or even kill lionesses and cubs. The war between the spotted queen and the maned king is a bloody scale of power. It keeps the Serengeti in a state of dramatic equilibrium. Lurking on the periphery of that war for the throne is the silent figure of the African wild dog. In the Serengeti, sighting a pack of wild dogs is a rare moment. They are large predators currently classified as endangered. They wander like exiles in their own homeland. Their scientific name, Lycaon pictus, means painted wolf. Each individual wears a unique coat of chaotic black, gold, and white patches. No two wild dogs possess the exact same pattern. But do not let that colorful, abstract art appearance deceive you. This is a disruptive camouflage design, helping them dissolve into the dappled light and shadow of the bush. They monitor their surroundings with massive rounded ears that act as satellite dishes, receiving sound signals from afar. A masterpiece of evolutionary engineering. Noiseless they may be, but African wild dogs are the true assassins of the savannah. Lions hunt with a success rate of only about 25 to 30%. But the African wild dog succeeds up to 85% of the time. Once the pack decides to give chase, the prey's death warrant is practically signed. Discipline and endurance are the keys to the African wild dog's success. They enter the hunt at speeds of 60 kilometers per hour. The entire formation maintains that velocity for an absurdly long time. They take turns leading. When one tires, another moves up to take its place, creating a relay running machine that never stops. The prey does not die from wounds, but from sheer exhaustion. And death comes very quickly. African wild dogs eat with impressive speed. They take only a few minutes to consume their prey, ensuring they finish before lions can arrive to steal it. However, the brutality shown during the hunt stands in stark contrast to the incredible tenderness of their social life. Within the pack, altruism is the supreme law. After a successful hunt, the adults will bring food back to the den where the pups, the elderly, or the injured are waiting. There is no fighting over food. Pups are always given priority to eat first. Even a dog with a broken leg, unable to hunt, will be fed and nurtured by the pack until it recovers. This spirit is the glue that binds them, helping them survive the immense pressures of their environment. But the tragedy of the African wild dog stems from their nomadic lifestyle. Due to their small size, they cannot defend a fixed territory against lions or hyenas. The only way to survive is to keep moving. Their home range can span several thousand kilometers. Yet, the Serengeti is shrinking due to human encroachment and climate change. With nowhere left to run, these splendid ghosts are slowly fading into the mist of history. An unfillable void is gradually appearing in the wild portrait of Africa. In that vast tapestry, if you look closely into the tall grass, you will find another tiny assassin, the serval. a small cat mounted on the legs of an antelope, looking like a faulty assembly product of creation. But this is a biological design optimized for the task of hunting invisible prey. The serval possesses the longest legs relative to body size in the entire cat family. These legs act as a pair of biological stilts, elevating its body above the ground. They allow the serval to move lightly and peer over the dense elephant grass that other cats cannot see through. The serval's two giant oval ears function like parabolic dishes. They can rotate independently 180 degrees, scanning the environment to pick up ultrasonic frequencies, sounds that the human ear cannot hear. In the dense grass, vision is meaningless. The serval hunts by sound. They stand as still as statues, ears constantly rotating and adjusting. They are performing audio triangulation to pinpoint the exact location of a mouse moving under thick grass meters away. Once the target is locked, the serval executes its signature strike. It compresses its body and launches vertically into the air. This rainbow arc jump can reach a height of 2 to 3 meters before crashing down like an air-to-ground missile. The serval throws its entire body weight onto its front paws to deliver a stun blow to the prey the moment it hits the ground. The impact force is enough to kill or knock the rodent unconscious instantly before it even realizes what has happened. The efficiency of this hunting machine is a shocking statistic. The serval achieves a kill rate of up to 50%. For every 2 attempts, 1 creature loses its life. This is the highest success rate among wild cats in Africa. However, competitive pressure in the Serengeti has forced the serval to alter its behavior spectacularly. By instinct, cats are nocturnal. But here, the night belongs to brutal prides of lions and clans of hyenas. To avoid running into these bullies, the serval has shifted its biological clock to become a diurnal predator. They hunt while the lions sleep, exploiting a time slot to monopolize the food source. And that food source plays a vital role in the health of the savanna. Each serval consumes thousands of mice and rodents every year. Without this pest control squad, the rodent population would explode, devastating grass roots and seeds. The Serengeti would risk losing the green in its ecological portrait. Which predator impressed you the most? Leave your choice in the comments and keep watching to see what other assassins the Serengeti is hiding. In a world of giants, small creatures like the serval need one of 2 things to survive: invisible speed or insane recklessness. And the black-backed jackal chooses the second option. Do not let their modest size deceive you. These are not passive scavengers waiting on the sidelines of the feast. They are the most audacious street robbers of the Serengeti. They are the ones daring enough to challenge death to snatch morsels of meat right from the mouth of the Lion King. This behavior is known as active kleptoparasitism. When a pride of lions is tearing into a kill, the black-backed jackal does not flee. On the contrary, they rush in with terrifying aggression. This is a display of cold calculation and nerves of steel. They operate in pairs or small groups, using a methodical diversionary tactic. One will run around, barking loudly and even nipping at the lion's tail or hind legs to draw attention. When the lion turns to growl in fury, the second jackal flashes in like lightning, grabs a chunk of meat, and vanishes into the bush. A dance with death that the black-backed jackal has memorized every step of. The distance between a full belly and a neck-snapping slap from a lion is measured in millimeters, but the black-backed jackal rarely loses. They are too fast, too agile, and understand the psychology of their larger predators too well. However, the aggression on the battlefield hides a model family life that is rare in the animal kingdom. Black-backed jackals are faithful romantics. They practice lifelong monogamy. A couple will defend territory together, hunt together, and grow old together. But the true miracle lies in how they raise their young. The black-backed jackal applies the helpers at the den strategy. When a new litter is born, the offspring from the previous litter choose to stay. They accept the sacrifice of their own breeding opportunities for a year to help their parents raise their younger siblings. This is a genetic investment strategy. The Serengeti has an extremely high mortality rate for pups due to other predators. The presence of these nanny siblings guarding the den and bringing back food increases the survival rate of the litter manifold. The black-backed jackal family operates like a closed, disciplined military unit. And finally, the secret weapon that helps them thrive while others decline is a superior immune system. The Serengeti is a hotbed of disease. Distemper and rabies frequently sweep across the savannah like storms of death. These outbreaks have wiped out entire packs of African wild dogs and lions. But not the black-backed jackal. Their bodies possess an incredible natural resistance. They survive pandemics that kill their larger competitors. They are the ultimate survivors, tenacious creatures clinging to this harsh land through recklessness, loyalty, and a genome of steel. If the Serengeti is a battlefield, then the Grumeti and Mara rivers are deadly gauntlets. Hidden beneath the murky waters is a creature that has existed since the time of the dinosaurs and has hardly needed to change its biological design for over 200 million years. The Nile crocodile, the most patient predator on Earth. When the dry season arrives and the rivers recede, the Nile crocodile withdraws, slowing its heart rate to the absolute minimum. They can hold their breath underwater for up to 2 hours in an active state and up to 8 hours while resting. They transform into inanimate logs, awaiting the biggest event of the year, the Great Migration. When millions of wildebeest and zebras are forced across the river, the Nile crocodile strikes. The Nile crocodile's snap is a masterpiece of hydraulics. Their jaws generate a bite force of up to 5,000 pounds per square inch, 5 times stronger than a hyena and 8 times stronger than a lion. This bite force is equivalent to dropping a small truck onto the prey's body. Once those conical teeth lock tight, nothing can escape. But because crocodile teeth lack cutting or chewing functions, they must tear flesh using pure physics. This is where the death roll appears. The crocodile clamps down on the prey and rolls its body along the longitudinal axis at dizzying speeds. The terrifying torque allows them to easily dismember the prey. It is a horrifying spectacle, but the only effective feeding method for them. After swallowing massive chunks of meat, the Nile crocodile activates another secret weapon, the superacid digestive system. Their stomachs secrete acid with a record low pH, strong enough to dissolve not just meat but bone, horn, hooves, and even steel. This mechanism allows them to absorb 100% of nutrients from the prey, helping them survive for months without food. However, the life of this cold-blooded creature depends entirely on the sun. On scorching Serengeti afternoons, you will see these monsters lying on the riverbank with mouths gaping wide. This behavior is called gaping. This menacing-looking action is actually how they cool down. The Nile crocodile has no sweat glands. By opening their mouths, they allow heat to escape through the moist mucous membranes like a heat exhaust vent. Thanks to this, their brains are not cooked under the 40 degrees Celsius heat. But the biggest surprise about this cold-blooded assassin lies in the mother's heart. The Nile crocodile is one of the rare reptiles to exhibit profound maternal love. After laying eggs in sand pits along the river, the mother will fast and guard the nest for 3 full months. She resolutely protects her unborn brood against egg thieves like monitor lizards or baboons. When the eggs hatch, the mother's jaws, with their terrifying bite force, become surprisingly gentle. She uses those very jaws to gently scoop up each tiny hatchling and release them safely into the water. The tenderness of this monster is a beautiful paradox. It is a reminder that in the wild, brutality and love always walk side by side to sustain life. The ecological tapestry of the Serengeti is not woven by predators alone. The landscape here is continuously reshaped by the impact of giant grazing machines. We call them the architects. Without them, the Serengeti ecosystem we know today would collapse, vanishing beneath impenetrable thorny thickets. The African bush elephant is one of them. They survive in the Serengeti without the need for fangs or claws. Standing 4 meters tall and weighing up to 6 tons, they are massive living walls. Even the fiercest predators must tread carefully before such a colossal stature. The African bush elephant holds a critical role in the Serengeti ecosystem. Scientists call them a keystone species. If elephants were removed, the Serengeti would collapse. The reason is that they are brilliant landscape architects. To maintain that massive muscle mass, an adult elephant must consume up to 300 kilograms of vegetation daily. In the process of eating, they act as heavy demolition machines. They topple trees, snap large branches, and trample thickets. By preventing vegetation from growing too dense, the African bush elephant stops the savanna from turning into a closed forest. They tear open spaces, allowing sunlight to reach the ground so grass can grow. This is a precious food source for millions of antelopes and zebras. Without elephants, there would be no vast open plains for the cheetah to sprint. In the dry season, when rivers turn to dust, African bush elephants become hydraulic engineers. Using their tusks and dexterous trunks, they dig deep holes in dry riverbeds to seek out underground aquifers. These elephant wells are the only lifeline for the entire animal community. After the elephants finish drinking, lions, hyenas, and even small birds finally get a chance to access this precious water source. Anatomically, the African bush elephant possesses 2 unique evolutionary tools: the tusks and the flexible trunk. Tusks are actually elongated incisors that grow continuously throughout life. They are crowbars for digging roots, weapons for combat, and tools for stripping baobab bark. Meanwhile, the trunk is a marvel of biological engineering. With not a single bone, the trunk is composed of over 40,000 separate muscle fascicles. It is strong enough to lift a 300-kilogram tree trunk, yet the tip is delicate enough to pick up a tiny grass seed. However, physical strength is only half the story. The African bush elephant rules the Serengeti through wisdom and connection. Elephant society is a strict matriarchy. The herd is led by the oldest female, the matriarch. She is not the strongest, but she is the living library of the herd. The African bush elephant's brain has a massively developed temporal lobe, where spatial memories are stored. The matriarch remembers the exact location of every waterhole, every safe migration route she has traversed over her 60-year life. During devastating droughts, the matriarch's memory is the survival map for the entire clan. And they communicate in a way humans cannot hear. African bush elephants use infrasound, sounds with ultra-low frequencies below 20 Hz. These sound waves can travel for dozens of kilometers, penetrating forests and hilly terrain. Even more remarkably, African bush elephants hear with their feet. The fatty pads beneath their feet contain extremely sensitive Pacinian corpuscles, allowing them to feel seismic vibrations from the ground. A herd can detect the footsteps of another herd or warn of danger from 10 kilometers away. They are operating an underground internet network. Finally, the African bush elephant possesses an emotional life as complex as a human's. They know grief. When passing the bones of a deceased relative, the whole herd will stop. They gently touch the skull and tusks with their trunks, silent and solemn. Amidst the wild and harsh Serengeti, the elephant is the embodiment of memory, wisdom, and the soul of the dark continent. Retina Pool in the heart of Cerro Nero. At first glance from a distance, this place looks like a pile of giant grey boulders resting silently in the muddy river. But as you draw closer, the overpowering stench and low, guttural growls reveal the truth. This is hundreds of hippos packed together, creating a spectacle known as hippo soup. The hippopotamus is one of the natural world's most misunderstood creatures. They look rotund, slow, and somewhat comical. But in reality, these are the most aggressive amphibious tanks on the dark continent. Hippos cannot swim. Despite spending most of their lives in the water, their bodies are too dense to float. Their bones are solid, causing them to sink immediately. Instead of swimming like fish, they gallop along the riverbed. Hippos move like astronauts in a low-gravity environment. They use the water's buoyancy to execute graceful bounds despite weighing 1.5 to 3 tons. Their dependence on water stems from their extremely sensitive skin. Under the scorching ultraviolet rays of the Serengeti, hippo skin would crack and dehydrate in minutes. To cope, nature has equipped them with a unique natural sunscreen. If you observe closely, you will see red, blood-like droplets oozing from their skin. This is blood sweat. It is a mucus secretion containing 2 types of acidic pigments, hipposudoric acid. This compound acts as both a sunscreen that absorbs UV rays and a powerful natural antiseptic. It protects the hippo from infection in murky waters teeming with bacteria and feces. But the danger of the hippo lies not in its skin, but in its mouth. At Retina Pool, you often see hippos opening their mouths as wide as possible. That is the threat yawn. A hippo can open its jaws to 150 degrees, displaying a lethal arsenal. Lower canines up to 50 centimeters long, sharp as razors and hard as ivory. This is the final warning. If the warning is ignored, the hippo will attack. With a bite force nearing 2,000 pounds per square inch, they can snap a crocodile in two or crush a small boat. They are the deadliest large mammal in Africa. The hippo of the day and the hippo of the night seem to be two different creatures. By day, they are social beings, gathering in the water to cool off and conserve energy. But when the sun sets, the hippo leaves the water, becoming a solitary and sullen creature. In the dark, they follow familiar paths, known as hippo highways, to graze. A single hippo can walk 10 kilometers and consume 40 kilograms of grass every night. Their role as ecological engineers lies in nutrient transport. They graze on land and defecate in the water. Tons of this organic matter nourish the aquatic ecosystem, feeding fish and insects, thereby sustaining the life of the entire river. And finally, their relationship with their neighbor, the Nile crocodile, is a tense peace treaty. You often see crocodiles sunbathing right on the backs of hippos. That is respect rooted in fear. The crocodile knows its limits. An adult crocodile may be the king of the river, but against a furious male hippo defending his territory, the crocodile is merely a brittle twig. In these waters, size and madness are the law, and the hippo is the supreme judge. If the Serengeti is a colossal living organism, then the wildebeest is the hot blood flowing ceaselessly through its veins. They are the heartbeat that shapes the rhythm of the entire ecosystem. With an overwhelming population of up to 1.5 million individuals, wildebeest constitute the largest animal biomass on the savanna. Viewed from above, their migrating army looks like a river of black ink surging through a sea of golden grass, an unstoppable force of nature. Their first and most crucial role is that of biological lawn mowers. Wildebeest possess broad muzzles, specially designed to graze on the short, nutritious young grass close to the ground. Every day, this army consumes over 4,000 tons of grass. This large-scale grazing stimulates the grass to grow back faster and stronger. Simultaneously, they deposit about 500 tons of dung daily, a massive amount of fertilizer that helps regenerate nutrients for the arid soil. Without the wildebeest, the Serengeti grasslands would become overgrown, dry out, and become prone to fires, shattering the food chain at its roots. But the true miracle of this odd-looking creature lies in its swarm intelligence. The wildebeest has no leader. No alpha gives the orders. Instead, they operate as a superorganism. Every movement decision is based on crowd consensus and the instinct to seek rain. They are capable of smelling moisture and phosphorus in young grass from 50 kilometers away. When one starts running toward the rain, millions follow. This chaotic movement is, in reality, a perfect survival algorithm. In a crowd of millions, the probability of an individual being eaten by a lion drops to the absolute minimum. And their ultimate survival strategy is synchronized birthing. Every February, on the mineral-rich volcanic plains of the south, a mathematical miracle takes place. Within a mere 3 weeks, around 500,000 calves will be born. This figure is equivalent to 8,000 births per day. This is the strategy of predator saturation. Suddenly, the savannah is flooded with easy prey. Lions, leopards, hyenas, and wild dogs eat until their bellies are bursting. But no matter how frantically they kill, they cannot consume such a colossal number of calves in such a short time. As a result, the majority of the new generation survives the most dangerous phase. The calves themselves are biological marvels. Genetically programmed to flee from the moment of birth, a newborn wildebeest can stand within 7 minutes. After 20 minutes, they can run with the herd at a steady pace. The wildebeest is the winner in the game of evolution. They transform individual weakness into the immortal strength of the collective. They are the life source, the driving force, and the eternal soul of the Serengeti. If the wildebeest are the diligent workers, then the plains zebra are the courageous pioneers. They are always the vanguard, charging into the tallest and densest grassy areas. This pathfinder role stems from the plains zebra's unique digestive system. Unlike the wildebeest, which require young grass, the zebra is a hindgut fermenter. Their stomachs are designed to process old, tough, and nutrient-poor grasses. They eat the rough, straw-like tops, clearing the surface layer to reveal the tender green shoots beneath. But their most striking identifying feature, the black and white striped coat, remains one of evolution's greatest mysteries. These stripes create a motion dazzle effect. When thousands of zebras move simultaneously, the black and white stripes blend together, creating a chaotic optical illusion. For the lion, a predator that relies on locking onto a single individual, this scene is like looking at a static-filled TV screen. They cannot distinguish head from tail, or where one animal ends and the next begins. The latest research in 2024 reinforces the hypothesis that zebra stripes are a shield against tsetse flies and blood-sucking horseflies. The light-reflecting structure of the stripes disrupts the insects' navigation systems, making it difficult for them to land. In an ecosystem rife with pathogens, this is the most advanced biological hazmat suit. Beneath that uniform exterior lies a tight and disciplined social structure. Plains zebras do not live in a disorganized mob. They live in harems, consisting of a dominant male, several females, and their foals. When pursued by lions, the male often runs at the rear or breaks away to distract the enemy so his family can escape. Its weapon is the legendary rear kick. A zebra's kick can generate an impact force of nearly 3,000 pounds per square inch. It is strong enough to shatter a lion's jaw or break a hyena's ribs. The plains zebra's vigilance is evident even in sleep. Thanks to the stay apparatus mechanism in their legs, they can sleep standing up without expending energy to maintain muscle balance. This posture allows them to switch from sleep to a full sprint in a split second if an alarm sounds. And to optimize defense, the plains zebra has established a strategic alliance with the ostrich. This is a perfect fusion of senses. The zebra has extremely sensitive smell and hearing, but limited low-level vision. Conversely, the ostrich has large, keen eyes and a height advantage acting as a mobile observation tower, but a poor sense of smell. When together, They form a comprehensive early warning radar system. If the ostrich starts running, the zebra follows without asking questions. If the zebra stops to sniff the wind and looks anxious, the ostrich immediately goes on high alert. This interspecies cooperation makes them the toughest targets for any predator seeking the element of surprise. In the Moru-Kopjes area, where ancient granite boulders rise like fortresses amidst a sea of grass, hides a living relic from the prehistoric era. A creature designed to endure, to fight, and to destroy. That is the black rhinoceros. A more accurate name, describing its true biological function, is the hooked-lip rhinoceros. This pointed, flexible upper lip is a marvel of evolution. It acts like a prehensile finger, allowing the black rhinoceros to perform surgical operations on thorny bushes. Their favorite food is the whistling thorn. This plant is armed with 7-centimeter-long thorns, hard as steel and sharp as hypodermic needles. Any other animal touching them would suffer a shredded mouth, but not the black rhinoceros. With lip skin as thick as rubber and precise muscle control, they deftly weave through the thorns. The goal is the nutritious young leaves. Sometimes, they simply crush the thorns with their powerful, grinding jaws. However, the most famous characteristic of the black rhinoceros is its legendary short temper. This is the most solitary, suspicious, and easily provoked animal in the Serengeti. A mature black rhinoceros weighs about 1.4 tons. It is a block of armored muscle. When it feels threatened, it does not run away. It seeks to eliminate the threat. From a standstill, this 1.4-ton tank can accelerate to 55 kilometers per hour. The kinetic energy it generates in a charge is equivalent to a small truck hitting a wall at high speed. Lions or buffalo standing in its path will be tossed aside or punctured by the front horn, made of solid keratin. This aggressive nature stems from the black rhinoceros's eyes. Their vision is only effective within 30 meters. To them, the visual world is a collection of blurry, threatening shapes. They cannot clearly distinguish whether the shadow ahead is a tree, a lion, or a vehicle. Therefore, they often launch a preemptive strike. Aggression is, in reality, a defense mechanism born of fear. To compensate for poor eyesight, the black rhinoceros's hearing and smell have evolved to a superior level. Funnel-shaped ears can rotate independently to pinpoint the sound of a snapping twig from a great distance, and their nose is an olfactory supercomputer. The black rhinoceros sees the world through smell. They mark territory with dung middens and urine. They construct a complex olfactory map of borders, rivals, and potential mates. In the Serengeti, Moru-Kopjes is the last stronghold of the black rhinoceros. The rugged, rocky terrain provides cover and water, helping them stay out of the sights of poachers. The black rhinoceros is a symbol of ancient tenacity, a blind but powerful fighting machine. It serves as a reminder that this land has no room for weakness. Savanna of Africa, where lions and hyenas perform their rhythmic hunts, where hunger guides wildebeest and zebra into perilous snares. Where are you watching these encounters from? Leave a comment and join us as we explore Earth. savage savanna, the survival battles of Africa. June in Serengeti. The ground cracks open, yearning for rain, just like the creatures, longing for the breath of life. 1.5 million wildebeest, 300,000 zebra, and around 400,000 Thompson's gazelle. They all move toward the abundant Masai Mara. The Great Migration. They search for water, for tender grass. Yet, without meaning to, they offer an entire feast right to the mouths of the greatest hunters of Africa. When the sun reaches its highest point, the cheetah steps into a wager where everything is on the line. It cannot hunt at night because the darkness belongs to those with greater strength. It must endure the blazing heat, because behind those bushes, 3 little mouths are waiting for their mother to bring food home. Speed is the ultimate strength of the cheetah, but that speed becomes useless without careful calculation. Accelerating from a distance farther than 30 meters turns into a draining waste of energy that could lead to serious harm. Spine curves like a spring storing energy. In just 3 seconds, the cheetah reaches a speed of 96 kilometers per hour. A 2024 study by the Structure and Motion Laboratory shows that the cheetah does not run in a straight line. It can make sharp turns that withstand extremely high G-force. A bite with a force of 500 pounds per square inch brings victory to the hunter, but the price paid is complete exhaustion. The cheetah's body temperature surges to nearly 41 degrees Celsius. Its chest feels as if it might burst as the heart beats 250 times per minute. Its lungs pump air with intense urgency to cool the stream of blood rushing through its body. It must regain its strength quickly. If just one other hunter appears, it will have to leave its meal behind. And Serengeti has no shortage of such rivals. A cheetah's triumph always carries a hint of lingering worry. Lions. These well-known creatures that often push others around do not hesitate to take the hard-earned meal that the cheetah has worked so tirelessly for. The cheetah faces the risk of losing everything, and even more troubling, her cubs will go hungry. A chance intervention from fate. The largest migrating herd of the African savanna has arrived. Inside the mind of the king of the grasslands, a quiet, calculated thought unfolds. Why waste energy competing for a tiny leftover? A grand feast is already right before his eyes. Those lucky enough to slip away have no idea what unfolded behind the cloud of dust. Only the unfortunate prey feels the intense strain from a 650 pounds per square inch bite. Its breathing is pressed tight. A slow and deeply painful end settles in. Now the wildebeest herd realizes that their companion has come to rest forever. Are you more impressed by the hunting ability of lions or cheetahs? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. This is the harsh reality of Serengeti. Fierce hunts unfold every day across more than 30,000 square kilometers of tropical savanna. Each year, around 12,000 to 25,000 wildebeest and 3,000 to 6,000 zebra cannot complete the nearly 3,000 kilometers journey. Because scattered across the grasslands are more than 3,000 pairs of lion fangs waiting for them. But the challenges do not end there. Fullness brings on a gentle drowsiness. With a stomach holding up to 30 kilograms of meat, the queens of the grasslands now grow comfortably sluggish. But the lingering scent of this feast refuses to settle down. Carried by the afternoon wind, the sharp metallic scent of blood drifts for kilometers, seeping into the deep burrows beneath the ground. Spotted hyena. The hyena queen has a different plan. The lion pride is too large, and the risks feel overwhelming. And more importantly, this hyena clan has no need for leftovers. They are fully capable of preparing their own feast. 60% to 75% of their meals come from active hunts. Movies often portray them as unruly rogues without order. But in reality, this is a strictly run matriarchal system. Here, the females are absolute queens. Towering levels of testosterone surge through their veins. This social order is so complex that primate researchers at the Holcamp Laboratory compare their intelligence to that of baboons. It is time to hunt. Jaws that deliver a force of 1,100 pounds per square inch. A digestive system like a biological forge, where exceptionally strong acids begin their work. But in Serengeti, noise is an open invitation for rivals. The rivalry between lions and hyenas has stretched across millions of years. A struggle for food and a struggle to push away competing predators. Hyenas can count. Researchers have shown that they are able to assess the balance of power. When their numbers overwhelm at 3 against 1, they will push back with confidence. An unlucky day for the lion. Perhaps it has underestimated its opponent. Male lions do not take part in the hunt. Their duty is to protect their own. Male lions often bring an end to hyenas to remove the threat they pose. A stark reminder of who truly holds dominance over this land. But this is still not their final confrontation. Other challenges continue to lurk across the vast grasslands. Are lions truly the strongest hunters of the African grasslands? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. Leaving the southern reaches of Miombo behind, the Guinea Forest Savanna mosaic greets you with ancient forest shadows meeting the open glow of the grasslands, a paradise for ambushers. But the leopard has no need to sneak. It has its own careful calculations after discovering the warthog's den. The mother warthog has fallen into the leopard's trap. She is drawn away by the cat's 60 kilometers per hour sprint. The burrow with her young is now left without protection. The hunt has ended before the mother warthog can return. The tall branches become the perfect place to store a meal, especially when the leopard is not ready to eat just yet. A flawless plan until the lion arrives. Today may not be as fortunate as the leopard expected. When facing a lion, it has only one choice: safety. That is the first thought that rises in the leopard's mind. How could a bulky predator weighing up to 150 kilograms ever reach this height? A miscalculation. This lion has no intention of letting the leopard slip away, and in an unfortunate twist, it is also an impressive tree climber. Fortunately, the lion does not chase after it. But now the leopard understands who truly rules this vast stretch of grasslands. Losing the meal means starting all over again, and hunger often leads to misguided choices. Baboon, the loud ones, the meals perched high above. The leopard decides to take the gamble. It seems that losing to the lion has not shaken this leopard's confidence. It has carried out hunts in the treetops like this hundreds of times, but it has forgotten the most important truth. The high canopy is familiar territory for the baboon. But the fight is not over yet. It seems the leopard has angered the baboon troop, and the prey now wishes to strike back. Leopard is far too exhausted after tumbling from the trees. It wants no part in risking itself against the 5 centimeters fangs of the baboon troop. The mobbing tactic clearly counters solitary hunters like the leopard, but fortunately, it still has a bit of stored food from the warthog hunt. Now is the time to return and rest. Life in the wild of the Guinea forest, savanna, has always been this unforgiving. Even the top hunters must face days filled with stinging setbacks like these. Between lions and leopards, which species do you think is the better tree climber? Share your answer with us. African wild dogs have been waiting for this moment. They would never move against a fully energized male sable. That would be reckless. But a king drained from defending his throne, that may feel like an unexpected gift. They are casting their votes under the guidance of the leader. Just 3 more approving sneezes, and the hunt will begin. The hunt ends with ease, but their journey to stay alive is nowhere near as simple. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, African wild dogs are facing a high risk of disappearing. There are currently only about 6,600 individuals across all of Africa. Genetic isolation, hunting pressure, and illnesses carried from domestic animals are major challenges for this species. If you could become a predator of the African grasslands, would you choose to be a lion, a cheetah, a spotted hyena, or an African wild dog? Tell us your choice in the comments, and let's see how many people share your view. The predators are reveling in their moment of triumph. But in the African savanna, success always comes hand in hand with envy. Marabou stork. They are often disliked for their rough appearance and their habit of feeding on remains. Yet, they are among the most efficient environmental workers. Tons of decaying meat are cleared away each day. Serengeti is spared from becoming a breeding ground for outbreaks. The stomach of the marabou stork can destroy even anthrax bacteria and other harmful pathogens. Among more than 500 bird species living here, it is the final gatekeeper of Serengeti's calm and cleanliness. Leaving behind the intense stage of the open grasslands, the African savanna steps into another world. More discreet, more mysterious. This is the central Zambesian Miombo woodlands. Here, clear sight is a rare luxury. The tall tree trunks become the fragile boundary between life and the final quiet rest. And to make it through this maze, you need the architects who carve the path ahead. African bush elephant. A giant weighing up to 6 tons. They are the greatest ecosystem engineers of all. African bush elephants do not allow the forest to block their movement. They create pathways that cut through the woods. A 2024 study by Nature Geoscience shows that moving elephant herds can clear away weaker trees so the ancient giants of the forest can thrive. In nature, the destruction caused by elephant herds becomes an unexpected gift. They unintentionally create a perfect arena. The stage is set, and the main performers of the next survival drama are about to appear. Sable antelope. It is marking its territory with the scent from its tear glands. It needs an area of about 5 square kilometers to safeguard its harem. Only the strongest earn the privilege to mate. The remaining males must accept a life of permanent solitude or find a way to overthrow the one at the top. Horns stretching up to 165 centimeters will decide this contest. The challenger yearns for the chance to become a father, but the king is guarding his legacy. The throne has been secured, but every victory carries its own cost. Its body temperature is rising to an alarming level. Its muscles are tight with strain. It has poured out every bit of energy for the battle just fought. It is now in its most vulnerable state. Leaving behind the dry forests and wide grasslands of the central Zambesian Miombo, a new journey unfolds in West Africa. This is the Guinean forest-savanna mosaic. Here, forest vegetation and savanna intermingle, creating breathtaking blended landscapes. Stretching across Guinea, Sierra Leone, Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana and Togo, the Guinean forest-savanna mosaic is one of the rare regions where two seemingly opposing ecosystems coexist. As the dry season arrives in the Guinean forest-savanna mosaic, the roan antelope, scientifically named Hippotragus equinus, embarks on a grueling survival journey. The roan antelope population in the Guinean forest-savanna mosaic is estimated to be around 8,000 individuals as of 2024. With their striking light brown coats and long curved horns, roan antelopes are a symbol of resilience. They roam continuously across the sparse forests and grasslands, like dots of light moving against a backdrop of golden earth. The adaptability of this antelope species is truly remarkable. They can consume a variety of grasses and shrubs, including plant types that many other animals cannot eat. This allows them to endure the harsh conditions of the dry season, when the land cracks and vegetation becomes scarce. After leaving the transition zone between the forest and savanna of the Guinean forest-savanna mosaic, we enter a new landscape, the Somali acacia comifera, bushlands and thickets. This region spans northeastern Kenya, southeastern Ethiopia, and much of Somalia, and is one of the harshest savanna ecosystems in Africa. This is an environment marked by irregular rainfall, prolonged dry spells, and average high temperatures ranging from 77 degrees Fahrenheit to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. The dry, thorny terrain, with its low-growing, spiny trees, creates a wild yet challenging natural scene. These lands are not just a habitat, but serve as a keeper of the rhythm for the entire ecosystem. Acacia and comifera trees, resilient to drought, stand tall as pillars of life, providing shade and valuable food sources for the animals. The creatures of this region have developed unique survival strategies to cope with the harsh environment. In this challenging region, Gravy's zebra rises as a symbol of resilience. Their scientific name is Equus gravyi. They are recognized as the rarest zebra species in the world, with only about 2,800 individuals remaining as of 2023, according to the Gravy's Zebra Trust. Gravy's zebra is also the largest of the 3 zebra species, standing up to 5 feet tall and weighing between 770 and 990 pounds. They are distinct from other zebras, with narrower black and white stripes and larger, rounder ears, which enhance their hearing and help regulate body temperature in the harsh climate. Gravy's zebras have developed an impressive ability to survive in this dry region. They can endure long periods without water, subsisting on dry grass and traveling to remote areas to find water. In an environment where resources are scarce, they move in small herds, traveling far to find water and food. In doing so, Gravy's zebra plays a critical role in the ecosystem by controlling wild grass growth and providing stability to the savanna's vegetation. In the wilds of the Somali acacia comifera bushlands, where the dry, thorny shrubs stretch out under the scorching sun, the bat-eared fox, scientifically named Otokion megalotis, thrives as a small yet resilient warrior. With its large ears resembling natural radar dishes, the bat-eared fox has evolved in extraordinary ways to adapt to the harsh environment. The ears not only serve as listening tools, but also as weapons in hunting, detecting the smallest movements underground, where termites and insects hide. At night, when the intense heat subsides, the fox begins its journey in search of prey. Termites, its primary food source, make up 80% of this fox's diet. Interestingly, according to a 2023 study, the ears of the bat-eared fox have evolved to be 10% larger than in previous generations, allowing it to hunt more efficiently even during prolonged droughts. However, it is the striped hyena that proves to be the more formidable predator in this region. Scientifically known as hyena, this species is one of the main carnivores in the Somali acacia comifera ecosystem. Identified by their striped coat and strong forelegs, these hyenas can easily navigate the rugged, thorny terrain of the harsh landscape. Unlike the larger spotted hyena, the striped hyena is smaller but no less formidable. They are nocturnal, emerging from their dens after dark and retreating back before dawn. Known as expert scavengers, striped hyenas not only clean up the environment, but also prevent the spread of disease by consuming decaying carcasses. The IUCN lists this species as near threatened, with the global population estimated at fewer than 10,000 mature individuals. The Somali acacia comifera bushlands, with their scattered shrubs and dry grass scorched under the blazing sun, are also home to the gerenuk. This antelope, scientifically named Litocranius walleri, is also known as the giraffe gazelle due to its slender body and strikingly long neck. The gerenuk has a remarkable ability. It can stand on its hind legs to reach the leaves of trees as high as 6 to 8 feet, far above the reach of other herbivores. During extended droughts, when other animals must migrate or seek water far away, the gerenuk remains, thanks to its exceptional adaptations. They regulate their activity to conserve energy, minimize water loss, and maintain their body temperature efficiently. Additionally, the gerenuk can even adjust its metabolism to cope with extreme conditions. The savannas of the Somali acacia comifera region are also home to one of the most resilient antelope species, the East African oryx, scientifically named Oryx basa. With its striking white coat gleaming under the sun like a shield, and its long, straight horns rising like sharp swords, the oryx is always ready for any challenge. When the sun sets and the intense heat subsides, the oryx begins its quest for food. Nighttime is when they are most active, avoiding water loss through sweat and taking advantage of the cooler air. As the dry season intensifies and grasslands wither, they switch to feeding on drought-resistant shrubs like acacia and comifera. Thanks to their strong digestive system, oryx can extract vital nutrients from the tough, dry vegetation. They can survive for weeks, sometimes even months, without drinking water. A 2023 study by UNEP found that oryx not only seek food, but also extract water from dried leaves, maximizing every resource the harsh environment provides. Oryx have an extraordinary ability to adjust their body temperature, allowing them to withstand extreme heat of up to 116 degrees Fahrenheit. This helps them reduce water loss, an invaluable trait in a land where water is scarce. But what makes the oryx formidable isn't just their heat tolerance. When threatened by large predators like lions and leopards, they fight with strength and determination. Their 33-inch long straight horns, sharp as swords, are ready to fend off any threat. On numerous occasions, oryx have not only escaped, but have also forced even powerful predators to retreat. Additionally, the Somali Acacia commiphora bushlands and thickets are home to important residents like the ostrich, Struthio camelus, and Somali ostrich, Struthio molybdophanes. The ostrich, with its massive frame, standing up to 9 feet tall and weighing 340 pounds, is the largest living bird and is often referred to as a living dinosaur. Ostriches have incredible resilience to the harsh heat of the Somali bushlands. They can regulate their body temperature to cope with the extreme heat, keeping cool despite the scorching sun. Their sparse, lightweight feathers act as a natural cooling system, allowing the ostrich to release heat quickly. A 2023 UNEP study revealed that ostriches can survive long periods without drinking water. Instead, they obtain moisture from the plants they consume, such as grass and leaves, which are rich in water, allowing them to endure the severe droughts of the region. Moreover, ostriches have a unique biological mechanism to minimize water loss through respiration and urination. During the hottest parts of the day, ostriches reduce their activity, spending most of their time resting in the shade. Though they cannot fly, ostriches are capable of running at speeds of up to 40 miles per hour, and they can maintain a steady pace of 34 miles per hour over long distances. However, if cornered, ostriches can defend themselves with powerful kicks. A single kick from an ostrich is strong enough to inflict serious injury, and they can even fend off large predators like lions or cheetahs with one swift strike, turning the tables on their attackers. Encircling Lake Victoria like a giant natural bracelet is the Victoria Basin Forest Savanna Mosaic. Lake Victoria, the largest freshwater lake in Africa, is often likened to a beating heart in the middle of the continent, sustaining millions of living creatures. Here, rainforests and savannas meet, like two rivers converging, creating a land of harmonious coexistence. With a tropical climate, this area experiences short rainy seasons and long dry seasons, causing the landscape to shift in tune with nature's rhythm. This is the home of the Rothschild's giraffe, scientifically named Giraffa camelopardalis rothschildi, the rarest giraffe subspecies in the world. As of 2024, the Rothschild's giraffe population numbers only about 800 individuals, according to the Giraffe Conservation Foundation. Their pale coats, with patterns that do not extend down to their legs, make them easily distinguishable. Standing up to 18.7 feet tall, Rothschild's giraffes are the tallest of all giraffe species, They also stand out due to the presence of 5 ossicones, horn-like structures, on their heads, a feature few other giraffes share. Rothschild's giraffes are not only symbols of majesty, but also play the role of gardeners in the savannah. Their primary food source consists of the leaves of acacia and commiphora trees, and by controlling the growth of vegetation, they help maintain ecological balance. Thanks to their feeding habits, the tree canopies are kept in check, allowing sunlight to penetrate and support the life of many other species below the trees. Their presence is like the heartbeat of the savanna ecosystem, keeping everything in a state of natural balance. But Rothschild's giraffes are not just ecologically significant, they are also important for sustainable ecotourism. According to WWF, ecotourism plays a vital role in the conservation of this species, providing income for local communities and supporting wildlife protection programs. Tourist trips to observe giraffes offer opportunities for humans to connect with nature, serving as a reminder that every living creature plays a critical role in conservation efforts. Across the vast grasslands of the Victoria Basin, Topi, scientifically known as Damaliscus lunatus gemella, strides with the strength of a warrior. With their reddish-brown coats and black markings on their elbows and faces, topis blend perfectly into the savanna, where the golden grass and dusty earth create a natural camouflage. With a muscular build and long legs, topis are known as one of the fastest antelopes on the savanna. Their ability to run at speeds of up to 43 miles per hour allows them to easily escape from formidable predators like lions and leopards. Topis exhibit migratory behavior, seeking lush grasslands and stable water sources near Lake Victoria during the long dry seasons. These antelopes live in herds of 20 to 40 individuals, but during the breeding season or migration, their groups can grow into the hundreds. This is a dance of unity, where the herd protects one another from predators. Lake Chad, once one of the largest lakes in the world, has been shrinking due to climate change and the overuse of its water resources. Today, the lake covers an area between 1,350 and 1,500 square miles, depending on the season. Despite this reduction, the surrounding flooded savanna remains a diverse ecosystem. The African wild buffalo, scientifically named Syncerus caffer, is a large mammal frequently seen in the Lake Chad flooded savanna. Lake Chad's flooded savanna provides a rich environment where grasslands and abundant water sources create ideal conditions for the African wild buffalo to thrive. According to the latest IUCN report, the population of wild buffalo in the Lake Chad area was estimated at around 50,000 individuals in 2024, reflecting relatively good conservation conditions. This makes them one of the most populous large mammals in this region. Weighing up to 1,500 pounds and reaching a body length of 11 feet, wild buffalo are among the largest and strongest animals in Africa. Their curved horns are not only defensive tools but also symbols of power, helping protect the herd from threats such as lions and hyenas. Wild buffalo move in large herds, sometimes numbering up to 200 individuals, creating a tight-knit social network. This herd structure helps them defend one another and strengthens the bonds between members. However, their survival journey is not easy. During the dry season, water sources gradually dwindle, and the buffalo must migrate to other areas to find new sources of water and food. They move through different areas within the ecosystem to avoid water shortages, thereby reducing the risk of extreme drought conditions. African wild buffalo are not only powerful animals, but also play an important role in maintaining the balance of the Lake Chad flooded savanna ecosystem. By grazing, They help control the overgrowth of vegetation, preventing grasses from growing too thick, and thus helping to maintain the diversity of other plant species. This, in turn, creates a habitat for smaller animals, from antelopes to birds. The presence of buffalo also attracts large predators like lions, thus helping sustain the food chain in the ecosystem. In the Zambesian flooded ecosystem, the waterbuck, scientifically known as Cobus ellipsiprimnus, is one of the most prominent animals. Weighing between 400 to 600 pounds and standing up to 4 feet tall, they are among the largest antelopes in the region. Recognizable by the characteristic white circle around their rump, waterbuck not only have impressive size, but also remarkable adaptability to the flooded environment. With strong swimming abilities, waterbucks usually live near rivers, swamps, and lakes, where grass grows year-round and provides their primary food source. They rely heavily on clean water and fresh vegetation, unable to endure long, dry spells. When faced with predators like lions or hyenas, waterbuck use a survival tactic of plunging into water to protect their herd. This skill helps them escape lurking dangers, turning the flooded environment into a natural advantage. In the flooded grasslands of Zambesian, there exists a distinctive antelope species. This is the lechwe, scientifically known as Cobus leche. Although modest in size, male lechwes possess horns that can reach up to 28 inches in length. These horns are not only tools for protection against predators, but also symbols of power during territorial battles. In the flooded areas where aquatic grasses thrive, lechwes find their sustenance. They feed on the aquatic grass, ensuring a rich source of nutrients. As the rainy season comes to an end, the flooded areas give way to the harshness of the dry season. As water levels recede, lechwes begin their migration journey, searching for remaining water sources to survive. But thanks to their remarkable endurance and adaptability, lechwes not only survive, but also thrive. Like natural-born athletes, they navigate the challenges of nature, keeping their life cycle ongoing in the flooded grasslands of southern Africa. With a golden crest shimmering like a natural crown, the grey-crowned crane stands out amidst the lush green grasslands and vast wetlands. This is the grey-crowned crane, scientifically named Balearica regulorum, a vibrant symbol of the Zambesian ecological region. The grey-crowned crane has fully adapted to the harsh and ever-changing flood season. They move gracefully through the flooded grasslands with their long, slender legs and proud, tall necks. Their powerful wings are not just symbols of freedom, but also essential survival tools, allowing them to glide over swamps without hindrance. When the rains come, the Zambesian grasslands come alive. Grass flourishes, and insects and small animals multiply. That's when the grey-crowned cranes return from migration. Together, they forage and seek places to nest, building their nests in tall grass to protect their eggs from predators. The Zambesian flooded grasslands are not just a sanctuary, but the heart of the ecosystem, sustaining this population's survival. The African savanna ecosystem is one of the most challenging environments on Earth, where the erratic climate and weather patterns shape the survival journey of millions of animals. According to data from the IPCC, the average temperature in the savanna has increased by about 1.5 degrees Celsius over the past 50 years, causing significant changes in the ecosystem. Every day, animals here face the harsh challenges brought by nature. Like resilient warriors, these creatures must adapt to survive. Drought is one of the greatest challenges that the savanna ecosystem faces. In the temperate savanna region of South Africa, average rainfall has decreased by about 20% over the past 3 decades, leading to severe water shortages. This has caused significant declines in vegetation and directly impacted herbivores like the white rhinoceros, zebra, and wildebeest. They have been forced to develop survival strategies to adapt. White rhinoceroses and some antelope species can survive for many days without drinking water, relying solely on moisture from the grass. Meanwhile, zebras and wildebeests, tireless travelers, must alter their migration schedules to keep pace with the shifts between the rainy and dry seasons. When the rare rains come, they quickly move to take advantage of fresh grass and clean water. Their flexibility in coping with drought is a prime example of nature's incredible adaptability. Climate change has led to significant alterations in the flooded savanna regions. Here, seasonal water level changes dictate the survival of all species. Wetlands like Lake Chad and the Nile Delta have become essential stopover points for migratory birds. However, the constant fluctuation of water levels presents a major challenge. One of the biggest impacts of human activity on the savanna ecosystem is deforestation and agricultural expansion. According to a 2023 report by the World Wildlife Fund, approximately 75% of the savanna in Africa has been altered or degraded due to human activity. Poaching casts a dark shadow over the savanna ecosystem. Iconic wildlife species such as the white rhinoceros, African bush elephants, and lions are facing the threat of extinction due to human greed. Among them, the white rhinoceros was on the brink of extinction in the early 2000s as its numbers plummeted due to poaching for their horns. Although by the end of 2023, the population of the white rhinoceros had rebounded to 18,000 individuals, the dangers of poaching still loom large in South Africa and Namibia. Elephants too have not escaped this cycle of destruction. Each year, over 20,000 elephants are killed for their ivory, fueling the black market. By 2023, the African bush elephant population had dwindled to 415,000 individuals. If this situation is not controlled, African elephants could disappear from many regions within the next few decades. Leopards are versatile hunters, preying on a wide range of animals, from small species like rabbits and birds to medium-sized prey such as gazelles and impalas. Not only are they independent predators, but leopards also contribute to maintaining ecological balance. Their ability to hunt at night reduces the pressure on herbivores during the day. Using the cover of darkness, leopards approach their prey with incredible speed and precision. A 2023 study showed that the hunting success rate of leopards in Masai Mara is around 38%, significantly higher than other predators in the area. In the Masai Mara, the African bush elephant is the largest land animal and an important member of the Big Five. Adult males can weigh up to 13,000 pounds and stand between 10 to 13 feet tall at the shoulder, while females are lighter, weighing between 6,000 and 8,800 pounds. Their long tusks and remarkable memory not only help them find water, but also enable them to remember migration corridors across generations. African bush elephants live in matriarchal herds led by adult females. Males leave the herd upon maturity to live either alone or in small bachelor groups. In the Masai Mara, elephants act as the architects of the savanna, using their strength to knock down trees, move smaller plants, and create new grassland areas. This provides ideal habitats for smaller herbivores like gazelles and impalas. Arc elephant can consume up to 300 pounds of vegetation daily. Not only do they shape the landscape, but they also search for and dig up water from dry soil during droughts. As a result, other smaller animals benefit from the precious water that the elephants uncover. The next giant, the African buffalo, is one of the most formidable members of the Big Five and a symbol of strength in the Masai Mara. Adult males can weigh between 1,000 and 2,000 pounds and stand about 4 to 5 feet tall at the shoulder. Their curved horns, especially the thick and hard part in the center called the boss, play a crucial role in self-defense, helping them fend off powerful predators like lions and hyenas. Buffalo live in large herds of up to 500 individuals, providing protection and safety for weaker or younger members. When attacked, buffalo herds often work together to defend each other, especially against large predators like lions. A 2023 study shows that lions' success rate in hunting large buffalo herds is only about 10 to 15%, demonstrating the power of herd unity. Among the Big Five, the rhinoceros is one of the rarest and most vulnerable species. Masai Mara is home to both the black rhino, Diceros bicornis, and the white rhino, Ceratotherium cymum, with the black rhino being more common, although their population remains critically endangered. The black rhino is smaller than the white rhino, weighing between 1,750 and 3,000 pounds, and is known for its solitary and aggressive nature. In contrast, the white rhino, weighing up to 5,000 pounds, typically resides in southern African grasslands. In the Masai Mara, black rhinos live in dry savanna areas with horns that can grow up to 5 feet long. Unfortunately, this feature makes them a target for poaching due to the demand for their horns in traditional medicine and trade. According to the Kenya Wildlife Service in 2023, there are only about 30 to 40 black rhinos left in the Masai Mara, despite numerous conservation efforts and anti-poaching patrols. From July to October each year, the Great Migration brings millions of wildebeest, zebras and gazelles across the Mara River, creating a breathtaking natural spectacle in the Masai Mara. The ecosystem undergoes significant changes as the vast grasslands become the gathering place for these massive herds. During the migration, these herbivores not only search for fresh grass, but also play a crucial role in the Masai Mara's food chain. According to a 2023 report from the Serengeti Mara Ecosystem Trust, the mass grazing stimulates the growth of fresh grasses. Additionally, the movement of the herds helps disperse seeds, increasing soil fertility. However, the large amount of dung produced during the migration also affects the growth and distribution of vegetation, creating favorable conditions for other species in the area. As November and December arrive, short rains begin to fall over the southern Serengeti, bringing the dry grasslands back to life and creating lush green pastures, an ideal food source for blue wildebeest and zebras. This is the signal for the migrating animals to leave Masai Mara and begin their journey back to southern Tanzania. The Great Migration enters its final phase, and the Serengeti Plains once again become the destination for the end of this long and challenging journey. At this time, in Ndutu, the short grasslands stretch out, forming the perfect birthing grounds for the wildebeest, ready to begin a new reproductive cycle. Nature prepares for a season of renewal, marking a fresh start after a dangerous and arduous journey. In 2023, around 1.3 million wildebeest, 300,000 zebras, and hundreds of thousands of gazelles moved in seemingly endless streams. The flow of life continues, unceasing. Crossing the Mara River for the second time in the year, the herds once again face familiar challenges. The fast-moving waters, the waiting crocodiles, and the chaos of the herd as they step into the river. Yet the resilient animals continue their journey southward. The Lobo area and the northern plains are only brief stops before the herds enter Ndutu, where new rains have begun to nourish the fresh grass. Migrating animals like blue wildebeest and zebras follow a very distinct movement pattern in response to rainfall. This journey is not only a search for fresh grass, but also a survival mechanism driven by the natural cycle. The migration behavior of wildebeest is influenced by hormonal changes and their keen ability to sense environmental shifts. During this period, the herds are not just moving in search of food, but also preparing for the upcoming breeding season at the beginning of the year. The Ndutu area, in particular, becomes an ideal destination due to its lush green grass and abundant water from the short rains. This allows the herds to replenish their energy after the long journey, getting ready for a challenging breeding season. As the migrating animals return in November and December, this marks a harsh and challenging phase of their journey. Predators like lions, hyenas, cheetahs, leopards, and occasionally African wild dogs patiently wait in the grasslands and near water sources where the herds typically stop. As the animals come back to the Serengeti to enjoy the rains and fresh grass, their exhaustion after the long journey makes them easier targets. Lions and hyenas fully take advantage of the herd's dispersal. As the fresh grass becomes more enticing, the herds spread out in search of food, creating opportunities for sudden ambushes by predators. The open terrain of the Serengeti and the appearance of water pools after the rains turn these resting spots into potential traps. Hyenas use their strategy of chasing and isolating weaker individuals, often targeting females or young ones, while lions usually focus on older, weaker or solitary animals. Though they are fewer in number and face competition from lions and hyenas, African wild dogs remain highly efficient predators, particularly of Thomson's gazelle. Their success rate can reach up to 80% due to their skill and coordinated group hunting, focusing on medium-sized prey like Thomson's gazelle, impala, and lesser kudu. To cope with predators constantly lurking, wildebeest and zebras employ defensive strategies. The herds gather in large groups, with the young and weak surrounded by older, stronger individuals, creating a living barrier of protection. Their unity forms a moving wall, making it harder for predators to isolate and attack their targets. Whenever lions attempt to single out a young or sick animal, the herd tightens its formation, making the hunt more difficult. In the final months of the year, though the return to the Serengeti signals a hopeful rainy season, it is also one of the most dangerous times. The struggle for survival among the migrating animals never truly ends. But through unity, alertness, and sophisticated defense strategies, they manage to overcome the constant threats that await in the harsh savanna. challenges faced by the travelers of the Great Migration across the African savanna extend beyond dangerous river crossings and the threats posed by predators. There is also the rising pressure from environmental stress. Climate change is becoming one of the biggest challenges the Great Migration must face. The migrating animals rely heavily on fresh grass and clean water, but the weather no longer follows traditional patterns. This not only changes their habitat, but alters the entire migration journey. These challenges push the herds into a more intense struggle for survival, where both nature and predators become significant threats. The rainy season in the Serengeti usually lasts from November to December, with a longer rainy season from March to May. But according to 2024 reports, rainfall has become more unpredictable. Short rains may last longer or arrive late, forcing the animals to adjust their migration pace. This directly affects the growth of grass, leaving insufficient food for the entire herd. In addition to changes in rainfall, average temperatures in the Serengeti and Masai Mara have also risen due to climate change. Higher temperatures cause water to evaporate more quickly, drying up rivers like the Grumeti and Mara much faster. This forces the herds to travel farther and move more quickly in search of water. In harsher years, higher temperatures lead to a spike in mortality rates due to exhaustion and a lack of food sources. One result of shifting rainfall patterns is the occurrence of extreme weather events, such as droughts and floods. Among these, drought in the Serengeti poses one of the most severe challenges for migrating animals. When the grass doesn't grow fast enough or in sufficient quantities, wildebeest, zebras and gazelles are forced to move earlier toward Masai Mara or stay there longer. This creates immense pressure on resources in the Masai Mara, where both grass and water become scarce. Flooding also poses hidden threats. According to a 2023 report from the Serengeti Research Institute, during years of heavy rainfall, rivers can become fast-flowing torrents, putting the herds in danger. Mortality rates during river crossings can reach up to 10%, particularly among the young. The river crossings, a vital part of the Great Migration, turn into nightmares where life and death are only a breath apart. Meanwhile, erosion and shifts in the terrain continuously reshape the path of the Great Migration. Heavy rains carve deep valleys and rugged hills into the savanna's surface. Rivers that once provided life have now turned into swift currents, threatening any animal that dares to approach. Wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles are forced to adjust their routes, sometimes crossing areas previously unexplored. The situation is far from ideal. Under human impact, even more serious consequences are happening with increasing frequency. The struggle for survival is no longer governed solely by the natural order. Infrastructure development in the Serengeti and Masai Mara is threatening the great migration of millions of herbivores and the entire food chain within this ecosystem. Projects such as roads, bridges, and urban development are creating major barriers, disrupting migration routes that have existed for thousands of years. These constructions cut across vast grasslands, dividing important ecological corridors that the migrating herds regularly use. WWF's 2023 report warns that such infrastructure could lead to significant accidents for the herds as they are forced to cross roads to continue their journey. Moreover, while tourism provides a significant revenue stream for Tanzania and Kenya, unsustainable tourism practices are causing concerning impacts on the Great Migration. The construction of resorts, campsites, and roads has encroached on the natural habitat of wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles. Overcrowded safari vehicles in protected areas are a major issue. According to the Kenya Wildlife Service's 2024 report, during peak season, the Masai Mara can see as many as 600 vehicles per day. This heavy traffic not only disrupts the natural behavior of animals, but also causes stress. Herds are chased, forced to avoid vehicles, and must constantly change their routes, leading to herd fragmentation and increasing the risk of predation. The Great Migration, a majestic natural phenomenon, is facing increasingly serious threats. New developments are rising, grasslands are shrinking. Climate and weather patterns are becoming more unpredictable and erratic. Natural disasters are becoming more severe. The migrations seem longer, more exhausting, and more intense. The savanna ecosystem is withering with each blade of grass during the dry season. Without timely protective action, this magnificent journey of survival could be irreversibly damaged in the not-too-distant future. In response to these mounting challenges, international organizations, local governments, and non-profits have been working tirelessly to find solutions for nature conservation. Expanding protected nature reserves and ecological corridors has become one of the key strategies. The Serengeti and Masai Mara are already large protected areas, but expanding them to ensure connectivity between these regions is essential. One notable project is the Western Corridor of the Serengeti. According to a 2023 report from the Tanzania Wildlife Research Institute, the Tanzanian government is working to expand this area to protect the herds as they cross the Grumeti and Mara rivers. These corridors help minimize human-wildlife conflicts while protecting migration routes from fragmentation. According to the Serengeti Research Institute in 2024, the government has implemented measures to limit the number of vehicles in conservation areas to reduce disruptions to the natural behavior of migrating animals. Ecotourism is also encouraged, with resorts adopting sustainable practices such as minimizing plastic waste and using renewable energy. Restoration projects for vegetation and water management at rivers like the Grumeti and Mara have also contributed to maintaining a viable habitat for migrating animals. According to data from the Serengeti Ecosystem Management Project in 2023, 5,000 hectares of land have been restored, providing food for the herds during migration. Additionally, environmental education programs, supported by organizations like the African Wildlife Foundation, have raised awareness and reduced the pressure from poaching. Local communities are encouraged to participate in ecotourism projects, allowing them to benefit directly from this source of income. In the ongoing efforts to conserve this ecosystem, the Northern Tanzania Rangelands Initiative, NTRI, has emerged as an inspiring success story. This collaborative effort between conservation organizations and local communities aims to protect vital ecological corridors, particularly along the migration route of wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles from the Serengeti to the Masai Mara. The success of these conservation projects also serves as a reminder of the responsibility we all share. To protect this great migration and the ecosystem it supports, not only organizations and governments, but also individuals play a crucial role. By contributing financially to reputable conservation organizations, people can directly support efforts to protect wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles. When visiting the Serengeti or Masai Mara, choosing eco-friendly tour companies with clear conservation standards, such as using renewable energy or reducing plastic waste, is a practical way to contribute. Respecting conservation guidelines, such as keeping a safe distance from animals, is another way to protect them from unnecessary stress. Visitors can also support community-based conservation projects by purchasing handmade crafts or using services from the Maasai people. Have you ever been on a safari, witnessing the endless flow of migration and the heart-stopping river crossings of the Great Migration? If so, don't hesitate to share your experiences in the comments below. Your photos and stories help raise global awareness of the importance and urgency of protecting this ecosystem. Human threats remain, and conservation efforts must continue to be maintained and developed to ensure the survival of the iconic species of the African savanna. One of the most important solutions for preserving the savanna ecosystem is the establishment and management of nature reserves and national parks. These areas not only protect natural habitats, but also help mitigate human-wildlife conflicts and prevent poaching activities that threaten rare species. According to the IUCN, there are currently more than 300 nature reserves and national parks across Africa, covering approximately 3.9 million square miles. These are ecological fortresses, where nature can breathe and life can continue to flourish. Moreover, advanced technologies have been deployed to combat poaching. In parks like Kruger and Serengeti, drones and GPS systems are used to monitor animals and detect poachers. The SMART, Spatial Monitoring and Reporting Tool project, has made a significant impact. In the journey to protect the wilderness of the African savanna, the story of the African wild dogs is an inspiring example of conservation efforts. In the early 2000s, the wild dog population had plummeted to only about 6,000 individuals across the continent. The species was on the brink of extinction, facing habitat loss and poaching. However, conservation initiatives have sparked hope for the recovery of this species. The story of the African wild dog's resurgence is a vivid testament to how conservation is not only the responsibility of large organizations, but also requires the collective effort of local communities. Protecting the savanna is not just about safeguarding a wilderness, but about preserving the rhythm of the global ecosystem. Each individual has a responsibility, and we can all contribute through even the smallest actions. This could mean supporting organizations like WWF and African Parks in their anti-poaching projects. It could mean avoiding the use of wildlife products such as ivory and animal skins. Additionally, contributing to reforestation programs and protecting animal habitats are small acts that can make a big impact. Have you ever immersed yourself in the natural landscape and witnessed the wild survival dance of the African savanna? If so, feel free to share your exciting experiences in the comments section below. Every story you share is like a green seedling, helping to nurture the life of the African savanna grasslands so that the beauty of nature can be preserved and endure forever. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to join us on more magical adventures where nature's stories are still waiting to be told.